You can get it. Marvelous.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And look. As you guys know, I just recently uploaded an Enel breakdown deck list, pretty much 2 to 3 different deck lists within that video. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. But I've been getting a lot of people in my comments of that video asking me what is a budget version of that deck. They don't want to drop $200-300 on a One Piece deck. Maybe they're new to the game, or maybe they're just trying to try out the deck for the first time IRL. I don't know, but they don't want to be dropping a bag on the whole entire deck. So I ended up coming up with this Shice budget list you guys can try out. When I price checked this deck was around $100 to $110. You know how the market can go. It can fluctuate, it can go lower and go up, but from what I've seen, this deck right here, from what you guys are seeing on screen, is around $100, $105, and that's without shipping. So if you guys do want to try out a build that's not over $100 because you don't really want to break the bank, but you still want to play the deck efficiently, this is a different variant of the deck if you're just trying to get into Enel. Okay, so let's go ahead and go straight over it. And before we start, I'm just tell you right now, these are all alternate arts. You guys are not going to be getting alternate arts. Some of these characters, like this one right here, is around $30 just for one. So all these are alt arts, but when you actually look them up, just get the regular art. You guys see the screen on it now with everything priced out. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get straight to Enel. You guys already know what it does. Replenishes your life. The only changes that you really see in this list really is this card right here, Charlotte Compote or Compote. I really don't know how to say her name, but this card, it replaces the Big Mom in the deck, and it also replaces the Katakuri, because Big Mom's $10 each. If you need 3 of them, you're at 30. This replaces the Katakuri because Katakuri is at $50-60 each. So this replaces that. Very good beater. You're really going to be playing a lot of high end with this deck, as you can see. It's really unfortunate you don't really have the Katakuri or the aces, but it is what it is. I mean, you have the aces right now. If you guys really wanted to, you guys could probably cut out one of these or some Kikus and put some more aces, depending on how you guys really want to play. But we are playing the 7 cost now. Let's just go ahead and continue to go over it. Next card we have is Charlotte Flampy. This is for your draw. Very good card. In my previous main list that I use Hiyori, but Hiyori just off rip is $15-20 each. This card is $4 each, and it just speeds up your deck just in case they're starving you in for a draw. The only deck that this card really struggles against is blue decks with pudding, but besides that, this is a staple in the deck. $4 card. Shiroshi, you're gonna need this for your black matchups. I've been testing. You could probably even go up on Shiroshi and maybe cut some of these out. They're roughly around the same exact price, but you really just need these 2 for your black matchup. Very good blocker. Summon it on your first turn if you are going second. Late game, very good as well, just in case if you don't have a counter and you have this, they pretty much need 4 attacks to kill you. Shiroshi for your draw, very cheap card as well. I think it's literally cents. You want to see this out of your trigger or summon if your hand's bricked up, which more likely will be because you have no way to cycle out your hand with Hiyori. Very good card. The best counter in the game and best thing out of life. I keep telling you guys, Beige Gangbang Capone, probably one of the best, if not the best card out of life. Fact, not an opinion. You need this card. We should know you need to really be talking about it. Yamato's a $4 card. This is one of your big beaters. The alternate art is like 67. So like I said, do not try to get these alternate arts. Just get the regular arts that are $3-4, and yeah, he's just pretty much your main boss monster of the deck. We have some other boss monsters like Enel, but this is your main boss monster because we do not have the 10-drop ace. Pops a card on field and also replenishes life. Very good card in the later stages of the game. This is the major change to the list for the budget players, is you're really going to be playing a rush down list with this Enel. This Enel, I think it's just like the lowest art is like $2, and if you tie this into I Am God, as you can see, put up to 1 cost 7 or less Enel from your hand or trash into play, then trash the top of your life so your life total becomes 0. So this is a very good card, and also out of trigger, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand. This is a very good card out of trigger, and it also abuses this card right here. This Enel is very strong even in the OP08 meta. they are actually really abusing this card in the OP08 meta. So even in OP08, this card is still viable, still very used, very competitive. Even in the list that you guys see in the tournament settings right now, this card is still used heavily. So very good card. If you are on a budget, this is also going to be one of your boss monsters that you're going to really rush the field. Okay, next card we have is ďauⱠⱠ You can really put this at 4 if you really want to, if you don't want to run any Kiku. ďauⱠⱠ is literally Sense, very good board removal, very good against RP Law, good against blue Dofi, good against black. It's really good against everything, especially if you are going first on curve. If you are going first on curve, when it's time for your third turn, you'll automatically be killing anything with a 4 cost or less. So very good card, very good staple. Like I said earlier, you could run this at 4. I find it kind of bricky late game, but you know, this is a very good card, very good staple. Onami, very good card as well. I just like the utility of this card. Add a trigger, you could pop a 5 cost or less, or you know, maybe late game you are playing, let's say against a Enel Mirror or a Yamato Mirror or any deck really. You can summon this, banish anything on, well, you give banish to a character, and then when you attack, you get to banish anything from their life, so they lose card advantage if they do end up taking that life. It requires counter, so it's either you're going to be getting the life to trash or you're getting some hand out of their hand. Okay, so very good card. Kiku, very good card in the black matchup. I just like it because it abuses out of trigger. Like I said earlier, you aren't really abusing Hiyori, but it's still a very good card for all my budget players. Mind you, this is a $100 deck, y'all. This is a really shice list for a $100 deck. And you know, just for starting out, maybe you might not use Kiku later down the line, because in all the previous OP07s and the current OP07 list, a lot of people cut Kiku, especially in OP08 with all the new yellow cards coming out. They did cut the Kiku as well. So you know, if you guys do not like the Kiku for playing it on the sim, when it's time for you to upgrade, you can slowly cut the Kiku out. But for right now, for all my $100 Enel players, the budget players that just want to try out the deck and see if it's something that they like, start off with the Kiku and then work your way up, because a lot of other cards I did not mention are pricey. So I'm talking about the Hiyori. After I'm talking about this list, I'll go into my initial deck that I ended up changing up and tell you guys what's actually expensive. So Kiku, just for starters, you do really want to be using this. Frankie, very good card, replaces Satori, 2k counter. Out of life, you can get extra draw and free summon. Very good card, staple in any deck. Still running OP08 and currently OP07. And you really just can't go wrong with it. Another card that's kind of pricey, on the pricier side in this deck, is this Monkey D. Luffy. At the time of recording this card is around $8 to $10. I don't know if this card could go down, since it's a brand new card and qualities may vary depending on your location, but this is an $8 to $10 card, but it's very needed. You really only need 2. I only really use 2 in my main deck, so you know, this is just a really good card in the long run. And yeah, just all you need is 2. Another card that we have is Portuguese Ace. I feel like this is one of the best cards in the deck. A lot of people be sleeping on this card when it comes to OP08. I've been seeing a lot of Japanese players play this deck, and when it comes to OP08, a lot of people are cutting this card. I feel like that may be a wrong choice. A lot of people are opting out for the Enel and OP08 instead of the Ace. The main reason why I don't like doing this, because if I use the Enels, that's a 7 cost. I'm pretty much only limited to 3 costs less after that, so I can only play like the Shiraroshi, the Flampy, and maybe the Anami, compared to this, where if I summon this same turn, I get the same effect with the Rush, and then on top of that, it's a 5 drop, so I'm allowed to play more cards in my deck compared to the Enel. I mean, they're both really good, but in my opinion, Ace, I'm really just a big fan of the Ace. We got 4 Regu. You need some type of board control since you don't have the Katakuri in your deck. The Katakuri is so crucial, just replenishing your own life and also getting rid of any problem cards on the opponent's side of the field. You really don't have no way to remove anything else on the field except for Kingdom Come. So playing Kingdom Come at 4 or Raigu at 4 is a definite must in my $100 build. Well, maybe if you do like the deck, you can start upgrading, but Katakuri is, like I said earlier, I'll get into the cards that are kind of pricey in the later stages of this deck. And then the last card that we have is the other one that should disappear, probably the best event card in the game for yellow players, fact, not an opinion. Now, if you want to compare this to my updated list, yes, I did update my Enel list. I was trying out a variance of Enel without Kiku, and it's actually been working very, very well. Instead of, you know, running 3 Kiku, I ended up just adding an extra Shirahoshi, an extra Ace, and an extra Cracker, and it's just been actually cracked. But the cards that are really just gonna cost you, if you guys do want to upgrade the Enel deck to its final form, is Katakuri. This card right here is going for 40 to 50. I think it's not even 40. I think it's like around $50 or $60 at the moment, which is actually crazy. And that's $50 each, and you need 4 of them, so that's already 200 off rip just for one play set. So like I said earlier, if you guys are a budget player, you just play your budget version until you feel comfortable with the deck and slowly just upgrade. You don't have to do it all at once. I don't even think we have any events this month on top of that when it comes to regionals, so you can just slowly upgrade until there's actually a major event. Next card is pretty expensive. This is card right here. This card at the moment is $33. Very, very good card. Boss monster of the deck, and just allows you just to add pressure and replenish your life late game in the later stages. Very, very good card. And this is the only other card that's really, really you're missing compared to Cracker. Cracker is also another card you are missing. I didn't add it to the initial list because I think it's still like $5, $6 each. And you know, if you aren't running Hiyori, which is also a $15 card at the moment, this card isn't really that good because you really need Hiyori to put this back into life, y'all. So, but yeah, this is the changes to my Enel deck. I ended up cutting out the Kiku and just adding, you know, another Shirahoshi, another Cracker, and another Ace, and it's just been working marvelously. But this is the version of the deck that you guys are trying to get to. But if you are a budget player, like I said earlier, and you guys are just really trying to test out the decks, just use this for right now. It's a $100 deck. It depends on, you know, when you actually look at this video. Right now it's roughly like around $100 to $110. That's without shipping. So if you do have a card shop that has some of these cards, you may not even need to pay for tax depending on your location or shipping. So this deck is roughly from 100 to 110. So yeah, a lot of people are asking me for a budget type list, and I hope you know, look, I'm just trying to help y'all out, try to get y'all into the Yellow Gang or Die, YGOD, Yellow Gang or Die, YGOD gang, man. So, you know, I'm just trying to put all of you guys on, you know, hope you guys try out the deck. If you guys never had interest in Enel, hope you guys try it out now in IRL, man. But yeah, this is the deck list. That's all I got. If you have anything else that maybe I should have added for the budget players, let me know below. Maybe you got some shice ass tech that I'm not even sure and even know about. Let me know below, because I'm always willing and interested to see what your guys' feedback is. And yeah, that's all I got, y'all. But look, before I go, if you was feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It gone.